Hello everybody, we are here for another video, this time Mazda 787B here at Gunsai. Let's see how it stacks up to the Toyota A86. Let's get on with the setup first. We have the gears here, so very short gears. If I do all of the gears at just one click, there's so much torque that they generate at such low RPMs. I can't put the foot on the gas as soon as I shift. Even in third gear, I had to up the ratios a little bit there, and also I wouldn't have the top speed at like a couple of sections. So yeah, that's why it looks a little bit weird. Tire pressure wise, so the car seemed to like around 20 psi when it was hot. And these were the pressures that got me there. So it seems to be a like 2 psi range around 20 psi, something like 19 to 21. And I wanted the rears to be just a little bit fuller so that they could drag, but not drag, just to slide a little bit more. Slide. Looking for fuel 15 liters seems to work well. Max aero. There aren't any real straights that we need to really get rid of the aerodynamic drag. Alignment wise, I wanted so more ticks on the toe in the front means that the toe is positive. So I want negative toe because I want really that initial turn in, because we're gonna deal with mid corner the grip in the fronts with the rear by using the accelerator. You're gonna see what I mean when you watch the fast lap. So that's why it's at 100 clicks. It's at around negative 0.15, is what I wanted, and it's at positive 0.15 at the rear. To produce the same effect to the rears, just having the rears turn in a little bit better. What I wanted. Dampers wise, yeah, very sharp bump and rebounds, and a very high rebound, bump and rebounds for the rear tires, the rear wheels. Fast rebound is at 12 and not at 10 like everything else, because at 10 it felt like it didn't really grab the rears as much as I wanted it to. There was a lot of testing going on. These seems to be the setup that we're able to produce the fastest laps. Drivetrain wise, yeah, a lot of differential power. I really want, when I go on the power, to have the car slide a little bit more, and then have the rear just lose on me. The differential preload, I needed it at 25 Newton meters. At 15, just felt like it was too low. Like the car would really lose out on a lot of agility. And on coast, yeah, just something to really get it going. Brake bias is very interesting. I started at 56% and it felt like the car was locking up a lot, so I wanted to add a little bit of weight to the front, so I tried 58. At 58, it felt like the rear was too... Like, I couldn't get the rear to rotate using the brake, so I tried 52. Felt good, but not great. Tried 50, felt fantastic. Felt perfect for what I wanted. It was really strange. Yeah, so I kept at 50, worked out perfectly. Looking at the suspension, I wanted the front to roll and to be a little bit soft, because I didn't really care about that initial turn-in agility, but I really cared about that mid-corner grip, so that the front wouldn't just slide away from me. Also, I wanted a smooth ride, because, yeah, Gunsai is bumpy. Gunsai is very bumpy. You notice a little bit with street cars, with race cars and sports cars, it's going to be something absolutely ridiculous. They really don't like bumps at all. With the rears, though, I felt like if I had a softer suspension there, then I don't know, they just wouldn't have enough grip on exit. They would let the rear roll a little bit too much. It's kind of hard to explain that. I didn't really want the rear to roll as much, to really get that grip right at the end of the corner. the advanced suspension, I lowered the packer rate and the travel range in the fronts a little bit. Seemed to have worked. In the rears, I left it stock, and it seemed to work well. So that's the setup. I'm gonna take you now through a slow lap. And I'll explain to you a little bit why I kept some setup changes the way that they are here. Alright, let's go for that slow. Go, we hit the brakes very hard. We're coming in at speed. We might not want to use that gutter there like I did. Shift to third and then to second. Watch out coming into the accelerator. Make sure you have the steering wheel straight. You want to brake right after kink. Hit the apex. There we go. We can use that piece of black tarmac on the outside, but the back end works. Get out of it. As soon as the kink is done, we hit the brakes. Very, very assertive there. We trail brake beautifully through there. Stick to the inside. Treat this like a double apex almost. Go up and then go down just to get the kick of the clutch there. We continue. Ooh. Yep, nice, another crest where we have to lift this out a little bit. Damage on the tires, that means that they are skidding, that's good. We're very careful going on the throttle, but as soon as we do, just so much speed! We hit the brake, go to the third here in this mini straight, and then on the uphill section, get up into fourth, and go down to third again. Stick to the center of the road because of the bumps. Clear that, clear this apex, lift through this massive crest. As soon as the car asks for fifth, you lift. That's a lot of speed we're carrying through here. It could carry a few kph more. Here, braking into third, getting that apex, using the great tarmac. Just nailing these apexes here. Shift down to second over here. A little bit of a V-line shape. Try to stick to the inside. As soon as we've made the corner, a little bit of a throttle. Go down to second. Try to get to the outside as much as we can, so that we can have enough space to the corner here. I'm very scared coming into the throttle right there. Short shifted to fourth, here into first. And we try to do it a little bit smoother than that, but we have to use the throttle to get the car through that corner. Bump, watch out. With the brakes there into second gear. And then we just stroll over to the finish line. Very fast through there. Oof. And the car is fast and hates us. And it hates us. So that was a slow lap. Let's now go into the fast lap. Alright, that was the fast lap, a 2:14.4. That was really impressive. Very fast compared to what we did in Toyota A86. I'm struggling hard with the next car, so if anybody wants to see a very specific car, you can say that in the comments, but I don't want to stick to the same car class, so I'm gonna do the other Le Mans cars later, but I want to get into a pedal shifter car, so I might try the F2004 actually, the F2004, or I might try a more recent Formula 1 car. Still debating, or I might try a very old Formula 1 car with manual shifting. Yeah, I'd really like to get some pedal shifter going. That was the video for this week. We're gonna keep a table. No, we're gonna keep a spreadsheet. It's more like it, with all of the times. And hopefully we can build up something here. That's gonna give you a bit of an impression of the best cars for this kind of touge. And there might be cars out there that I can't complete this in. I am actually thinking of the very fast Formula 1 cars, especially the more recent ones, where the aero was so intricate but also so stripped down by the regulations that they really need, especially the floor, to be at a certain distance from the road at all times, and the road here is just so bumpy. I really have no idea how that's gonna go, but so far this car was a lot of fun. It took me a lot longer to really nail down the lap. Took me a lot longer than I thought it was gonna, because the car just wasn't made for this. The bumps really irritate the car. The rear just wants to go wherever it wants to go, but also if you make too strong of a rear, the car will just understeer everywhere. So it was really, the setup is a lot of compromise in it. You saw some of it. The bumps really unsettled the car. Some areas we don't even take the best line because of the bumps. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. This was a good one, and I'll see you in the next. Bye.